Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Lee, a naturopathic doctor at Physio Chiro Wellness, and today we're going to talk about a topic that many of you have requested, which is bladder infection or cystitis. So, a few facts about bladder infection is actually being affected more from women than men just because of their anatomy. For example, their urethras are usually shorter and is closer to the external world, so it increases their chance of coming into contact with bacteria. Also, if a bladder infection is left untreated, it can actually move up to the kidneys and it can cause kidney infection, which can be very serious. So what are some of the causes? So the most common one is actually from the urinary tract infection or UTI, and that is usually from a bacterial infection. Other causes include diet high in sugar and processed food, or your underwear is not fitting properly. It creates an environment which can lead to the bacteria to thrive. Also, as you age, the ligaments holding up your bladder actually become weaker. So then the position of the bladder can move and some of the urine actually stay in the bladder, which increase the risk of the UTI, and then that will lead to the bladder infection. If you're holding in your urine, that can also give rise to the urinary tract infection and the bladder infection. There's also other medical conditions such as diabetes, pregnancy, kidney stones, enlarged prostate that can give rise to the bladder infection. So moving forward, we'll talk about some symptoms, and these type of symptoms vary depending on the individual. It can be very mild or it can be very severe. So some common symptoms includes urinary frequency, or you feel like you have more urgency to go to the bathroom, and there's also pain when you're urinating. Another common symptom is that you feel pressure or pain in your lower pelvis, which is usually above your pubic bone, or you can also get dark, cloudy, bloody, or even a very strong smelling urine. Or if it's more severe, you can get overall feeling unwell and you can get a fever. Alright, so moving forward, we'll talk about some naturopathic treatments for cystitis. So the main thing to focus on is the acute infection. So that will be getting rid of the bacteria, and then after that is controlled, then we're going to focus on the factors that actually contribute to the recurrent or the chronic infection. So there are a few treatments, tools that we use, such as diet, lifestyle, nutrition, and botanical medicine. Alright, so first thing we're going to talk about diet and lifestyle. So with diet, it's important to find one that supports the healthy colon microflora. For example, you want to avoid food that is very high in sugar and refined carbs. You also want to avoid any food allergies or intolerances that can irritate the bladder. You also want to make sure there is enough fluid and hydration, so it increases your urine outflow and decrease the chance of you getting an infection. There's also ways to improve your personal hygiene, such as wearing the right type and fit of underwear and clothes so that it's more breathable. So moving forward, we'll talk about some clinical nutrition. There are different types of supplements that will help to support the immune system and actually helps to inhibit the bacteria sticking to the bladder wall. As well, there are other ones that actually relax the smooth muscle tissue in the bladder and actually decreases the inflammation as well. There's also supplements that can support the bladder connective tissue, so then it will retain its integrity. And lastly, we're going to talk about botanical medicine very briefly. There are different herbs that can help with the bladder infection, and the most important one are the antimicrobial, which means it helps to kill the bacteria and prevent any recurrent infection. So that's it for today. All of the therapies I've mentioned today are all natural, and our clinic actually offers food sensitivity or intolerance testing if you're interested as well. There are lots of options out there for people with bladder infection and many alternatives for you to consider. So if you have any more questions or concerns, feel free to leave a comment below or go on our website, and we have a live chat where you can talk to someone right away. So hopefully I'll see you soon at one of the clinics, and have a good day.